welcome back to the 1111 Synchronized Podcast broadcast. Hope this is meeting and greeting you in those high spirits. If your spirits aren't high, let's get them high by taking a deep breath in and let it go. All right. So if you have any topic requests that you'd like to hear covered during the season, any topics or shout outs or features that you'd like to hear, please send them to my inbox at Agent K21 Podcast on Instagram or on Instagram and Twitter at Agent K21. Find me on all the social media platforms. Let me know what you'd like to hear. Let me know if you would like me to be a feature on your page or if you would like to be featured on this one as well. So, welcome to a new day, y'all. It's a new day. The 444 portal is open. All right. It is open. And how's everyone feeling? How's everyone sleeping out there? Everyone getting some rest and staying grounded, right? During this time of uncertainty, what's really being tested is our level of faith. So we're going to talk about faith. Again, this is not about religion. This is not about belief or anything. I mean, it kind of is about belief because that's kind of what faith is. But this is about faith in yourself, faith in humanity, faith in general. So every tribe, every nation is welcome to sit in on this. This is not a judgmental place. So all are welcome to talk about this and to embrace it. So for those who do not know, this is a highly intensified energy day, 444, a lot of stuff going on in the world. So I'm going to just say briefly, today, the 444 portal is open, which is basically a spiritual door to the spirit realm. So today we are having a global mass meditation for peace, world healing, and light to enter into the new earth as we are dismantling those former beliefs, those old karmic systems are being dismantled. So today we are having a group mass worldwide meditation. You can find this on my page. You can find this on other people's pages. Most people are talking about it. It's going to be live on social media, on Instagram, I know, at raise.thevibe.tribe. So that's at raise.the.vibe.tribe. We'll be hosting a live Instagram at 10:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's all going to be going on around the same time. So please check your listings for what time it will be in your zone. That's also posted on my page as well. So, and for those of you who may not be able to do this and join us at that time, that's okay. Send your love. Today is just a day of protection. 444 is a number of protection and a number of your angels and your guides being close by. And the vibe I've been feeling all day has been one of safety. And the first word that came to me today was release. Feeling that the resistance is starting to be released. That people are starting to realize, hey, we're shifting into a new normal and it's okay. It's okay to let go of everything we once knew. It's okay to embrace the uncertainty. And that's really when our faith comes in, because what is faith? What is faith, right? And going to get to that here shortly. But if this meets and greets you before 4:44 p.m. your time, I would just say take a moment of silence during that time and just breathe it in and breathe it out. Do some breath work and just say a simple meditation and, be mindful, not full of mind. So just really center into the present moment and send out your love, send out your gratitude. Focus on the vibration of love. So focus on things that are working for you, things that are going with you, which everything is really working for your good. So try to shift your perspective. There's a lot of energy going on today. And I also want to say rest in peace to all of those who have passed. It's going to be a lovely day because we recently had a great artist, Bill Withers, known for his hits such as Ain't No Sunshine, Lovely Day, Just the Two of Us. He recently has transitioned. So for those of us who are experiencing loss, grief, sadness, know that it's okay. Know that it's a process. Know that, energy can never be destroyed. It's only transferred. So I hope that eases some of us. And to remember that right now we are walking by faith and not by sight. And so what is faith? As sacred text says, again, this is not about religion, but sacred text that I like this definition, it says faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. And so if you think about through your life, through your experiences, times where your faith was really activated, you didn't know how you were going to get out of something, you didn't know why you were going to a place, there was so much uncertainty, but somehow you got through it. Focus on those times, really revisit those moments that something has always been leading and guiding you and protecting you throughout this, whatever you want to call it, universe, source, God. You don't have to believe in anything to know that it's true. And just focus on those moments, remember those moments, honor those moments. And I'm going to share two memories that come to mind of times where my faith was really like just such a childlike, pure, innocent faith of just knowing without a shadow of a doubt, and it really has the power to lift mountains. Sorry, stumbling over here. Sacred text says, that having the faith the size of a mustard seed can cast a mountain to the ocean. Now, as a kid, I was very literal, so I would literally walk up to a mountain like, you got to move. So whatever mountains we have, financial mountains, our relationship mountains, our economic, environmental mountains we face, they got to move, and recognizing that faith without works is dead. So part of faith, part of activation of faith is trusting and believing, but it's also action. It's action as well. So you can trust and believe on the couch as long as you want, but if you're not moving towards the vision you see, it's going to remain a vision you see. And so a lot of times it's not just the believing. It's not just, this woo-woo, or you're just sitting there doing nothing. No, it's actually action. Meditation is an action. Prayer is an action. All of these things are an action. And today we are lighting up that activation right now, because sacred text also says where two or more are gathered, the great I am shows up. Imagine what that's going to do today, tonight, when millions of people meditate at the same time, regardless of race, gender, whatever limiting fear-based separation stuff we might assume. None of that matters. When there's a cause, people gather for that cause. And so when I think about a time that comes to mind when I was younger, we used to travel a lot when I was growing up. And I must have been about 6 years old, maybe 6. Yeah, it's probably about 5 or 6. And we had stopped at a rest stop. And I wanted something to drink. So I'm at the vending machine. And, one of my parents is like, hey, we got to go. Like, I'm not about to spend no dollar or however much on this soda you want. I said, that's okay. I'm going to get me a soda or whatever. And I'm just pushing the button. They're looking at me like, why are you pushing that button? I said, I just believe that I'm going to get me a drink. And they're like, all right. And I'm just pushing the button. They start walking away. Pushing the button. Next thing you know, doop. All you do is hear the soda just fall. And they're like, what? And I'm like, oh, snap. But it was like that unwavering. I didn't even doubt that I was going to get the soda. I was like, yep, I already know. And they're like, do it again. And I'm like, yeah, not happening. And so many times that happened, especially when I was younger. I would go somewhere, for another example. I would go somewhere and I was like, maybe 9 or 10 at this time. And I'm like, I really want this CD. Do you guys have this CD? Go to the clerk and they're like, nope, we don't have it. Our system doesn't say we have it. We don't have it. I'm like, okay, bet. Let me go see. And I go look, and I just sat there patiently going through every file, every CD, every space until I found that CD, and then I found it. And that happened on multiple occasions. And I'm sure if you think back over your life, there are times when that's happened for you. You may not even realize it. You may not have even recognized it or called it such, but those times where you were persistent or you just believed without a shadow of a doubt, and then it happened. It continues to happen, and the more you focus on it, the more observation you see for that to enter into your life. That's part of your manifesting powers. That's part of creating your own reality, is realizing you are the master of your fate. You are the captain of your soul. And so another time of uncertainty, and this is more recently. Recently, I moved to Miami, Florida, from Virginia Beach, Virginia. And this was a very uncertain move. I would not recommend anyone do this like this. So I wouldn't recommend you do this. But I had that unshakable faith that I knew everything was going to be fine. I knew it was going to pan out well. So this moment of uncertainty really came as a groundwork foundation for my faith to set in. And I'm preparing to move, and either way I have to move somewhere, right? Either I'm going to stay in Virginia or I'm going to move to Florida. And my lease is coming up, and it's right around my birthday time, so I'm like, all right, I got to move somewhere. So I start looking for a job in Florida. I've been looking for a job, been visiting, previous years before I actually moved, and looking for a place to stay, and this and that and this and that. Nothing was seeming to fall through. So I am in the process of transferring my job. I get the offer that I've gotten it after months and months and months and months of going through this process. And I was starting to kind of give up, starting to waver a little bit, like, man, I don't know if this is going to work. But as soon as I heard that my transfer went through, and I was a little apprehensive because they're like, hey, we know that you're full-time right now, but we need you to go part-time. And I'm like, dang. Right? And so I'm like, okay, I got the job. So that's step one. That's at least good. Then I'm like, okay, I don't have a place to live though. So I really just kind of took that leap of faith and was like, I'm going to just go down there, get me a room for X amount of time, and find a place to live. And literally I had a week, not even a week. It was like 4 or 5 days. I had this place. I had got a U-Haul, threw all my crap in there, all my beautiful belongings. I threw all of it in there, and I just drove, X amount of hours, and went down there. And I didn't do this alone, so it was definitely beneficial to have someone assisting, because it was intense. It was pretty, not the wisest thing, but the point of the story is that everything worked out. So I get down here, and I'm got an Airbnb, and work starts on Monday. I got like the weekend to find a place to live. And very long story short, I ended up finding someone who was like, yeah, I'm renting out this place or whatever. And it was just like ideally where and how I'd want to live. And, telling it doesn't really do it any justice. It was definitely that moment, that anxiety of like, where am I going to live? What am I going to do? But that faith overshadowing all of that say, you got this. That say it's going to work out. I don't know how it's going to work out. I don't see it, but it's going to happen. And it took those action steps of actually listening and obeying what and where I felt led to go at that time. And so I feel like all of us are navigating these uncertainty, this water of uncertainty, and we're having to trust that the boat is going to land on the shore. We can't see how it's going to land. We don't know how, but we know it's going to work out. And I'm sure from ancient times, back when, for those who are familiar with the story of Noah, back when Noah built the ark, there was not a drop of water in sight. It won't even rain in heavy. everyone looking at him like, bro, what you doing? What is you doing? Like, and he's just building this ark, looking crazy to everyone. And it didn't even matter. He's like, I can't see it happening right now, but I just know. So I'm gonna build this ark. And y'all can clown me, y'all can joke me, whatever, but I'm gonna still build this ark. And it was that level of faith that really took him there. You know, I had recently went to I attempted to go to a drum circle for the full moon like last year sometime, and ended up getting caught like in a rainstorm. And I was like, you know what, screw this. I'm still going to go to the beach. I'm still going to go just whatever. And I went out to the beach, couldn't see the moon because it was too stormy. But I took a picture, and the picture came out exactly as lightning was flashing. And it was just like this feeling of like, I know I can't see you, but I know it's there. I know I can't see the moon right now, but the moon still exists. And so we can't see where we're headed as an entire country, as an entire species. The world as we know it, we don't know where we're headed. But if we really anchor into faith, we can really navigate where that's going. Now, it can be really difficult to tap into faith if we happen to be very analytical or scientific or just any type of lack of belief. And that's what fear does. Fear dismantles hope. Fear keeps us stagnant. Fear paralyzes us. So it's very important right now to clear your energy, clear your systems, really tap into your own spirit. Focus not on what everyone else is saying or doing. Focus in on what you feel. And you doing and honoring you is really going to help the collective. So, self-love ain't selfish. And I'll probably do an episode on that as well. But I do appreciate those people who are out there listening, and for those who are going to join us as a collective, I do appreciate all of you. And your work is not in vain. You're not just throwing a pebble into the sea that no one notices. Your work is not in vain. Everyone counts. Everything counts. Spreading love, kindness. It raises the vibration of the planet. It raises yours and everyone around you. So continue to shine bright, my friends. Continue to do the work. Know that you're safe. Know that you're protected. And I want to give a shout out to this post that I saw on Insta. I'm not really going to read it. I encourage you to find it and read it yourself. It talks about the 444 spiritual portal that is open today. It talks about the different signs, synchronicity, energy, expectation of what's happening in the world at large, in the cosmos. And if you go to alex.miles, that's at alex.miles on Instagram, because some of the symptoms you may be experiencing, it might make sense when you read her report and her intake on it. So that's all I'm going to say about that today. But realize that you don't have to be a religious or even a spiritual person to have faith. Just trust and believe in yourself and the good of humanity, and let light and love guide you, not fear. So stay well, take care of yourself, breathe it in, breathe it out. Just know that you're safe. And until next time, take care.